feel free to stand up, bringing one knee all the way up to your chest. Again, 30 seconds of that. Your other knee for 30 seconds. Both together. 30 seconds, and then go around 15 times clockward and 15 times counterclockwise. Okay? That should be done every morning. Does anyone have cats or dogs here? What's the first thing they do every morning?
Stretch.
They ever miss a holiday? Even if they have to go to the bathroom and they wake up, first thing, we got to get back to that. Set your alarm clock a matter of a couple minutes earlier, whatever time you know you have to be at work. You'll still have the exact same amount of time if you set that alarm clock just a couple minutes earlier. There's a reason why they do it every morning. There's a reason why we've gotten away from that too. Okay? Lack of time left in the morning in order to do this. It takes a couple minutes, but will significantly improve your odds of not suffering low back pain in the future. So, we hit the sleeping hygiene here. I'm going to talk about something now, the nervous system, which is near and dear to me. And I want you to really stay focused on this part. All of you have a little chart that was passed out on your chairs. It should say subluxation and nerve chart. Don't pay attention too much to that now, but I'm about to refer to it, so I just want you to have it handy now. Let's talk about the nervous system. The whole big nervous system is composed of two parts here. The gas and the brakes, simply as I put it in my office so that it's easy to everyone to understand here. The sympathetic nervous system is the gas. The parasympathetic is the brake, just like in a car. The areas of the spine, as you're about to see there, T1 through L2, control the sympathetic response in the body. The craniosacral areas, cranial and sacral areas, tailbone, control that brake, which is your rest and digest. Okay? The fight or flight is when you want to get going. If somebody's chasing you, you're going to turn on that fight or flight response there. You want to have this half of your nervous system activated. When you want to digest your food, get to bed at night, you want this half activated. Let's talk about the pool. And I think this is an easy analogy that all of you can understand here. So stick with me. I think most of you will remember here, and just like we talked about the warm milk, one of those old wise tales was, never go swimming after eating. Simple enough. If you haven't heard that, it's better late than never. The pool is a great analogy, and it lets me work my way into this and make it very simple for you. Well, your body is innately tuned in. The same way it is to learn how to breathe or to pump and digest and do everything without even thinking. It's tuned into this response here, where it's saying to yourself, you put me in water, and I got to turn that gas on. Because I'm assuming I'm trying to survive. I'm assuming that I don't know if I'm in the middle of an ocean or a nice, comfortable swimming pool. So your body automatically turns that gas on and makes sure that you're going to survive in that pool. When you eat lunch, you need that brake put on. It allows you to rest and digest. Now here's where it comes together. If you're in the pool and you got this activated, and you also have this activated, it's going to create some problems. The same way as if you were in your car and you were to hit the gas and brake at the same time. You're going to stall. You're going to putt. It's going to throw off your car, your vehicle. It's going to come completely out of whack. That's how the pool helps me, with all of you, make something that's very, very complicated a little bit more simple to understand. These two things cannot be activated at the same time in the body, similar to how you're unable to do in the pool. Otherwise, if you're swimming with a full stomach, you will wind up with indigestion, cramps, and so on. Okay? So, now that we spoke a little bit about that and you understand the two parts of it, you're going to understand very simple. There has to be a balance. You can only put one on at one time and the other on another time. They cannot be going at the same time. Okay? take a look at your charts now. I'm going to go through a little bit of there so you see where the area T1 to L2 is. I'm going to pull mine out right in front of me. And I'll explain to you how those areas of the nervous system are affected in just a moment there. Okay? When segments of the spine become misaligned, it creates pressure on nerves, similar to what you see right here. Okay? This pressure causes the nerves to over or under fire, controlling the body improperly, much the same way as if we have the gas or brake on at the same time. Okay? That causes the balance of the sympathetic and parasympathetic nerve system to be lost. That's how simple that is. We are always looking and discussing in my office about vertebral subluxations or misalignments, pressure on that nervous system, which causes the improper firing there, or causes parts of your spine where the nerves are coming out to have to strain, stress, and most importantly, burn out because they're working harder than they ever have to produce the same response that they must do to control your body properly. Okay? Now we have that chart there so you can understand a little bit about the areas. Everyone start off on T1 there, so you can have a little bit of an understanding there, and kind of focus in on T1, L2. Now for example, if there's pressure on nerves through that nervous system, especially that sympathetic, and we talk about the stomach there, like we just talked about in that analogy, we can see stomach, digestive problems, heartburn, and everything you'd expect to see if you were swimming in a pool and were unable to get out or to get into the pool, and you're swimming, you're unable to digest your food properly because your body was in that response where it was trying to survive in that pool. Okay? Pressure on nerves, for example, as we see in the area just one segment below, can cause pressure on the pancreas, affecting the body's ability to regulate blood sugar, and eventually can result in diabetes. So this area is very, very problematic for many people, as you can see, as it is in the balance of the nerve system. Okay? Other areas there include the digestive tract, the heart, lungs, and so on and so forth, affecting everything from the attention span to children's ability to breathe properly, creating asthma. So there is a lot that we can see in that area there that deals very, very heavily with what I see on a day-to-day basis in my office, understanding why these pressure will cause them to fire improperly, and of course, in turn, creating imbalance between those nervous systems. This is very, very vital to what we're going to head back to, which is sleep, of course. Okay? So, you have to know that you are self-healing and a self-regulating organism. When you're freezing cold, your body knows to shiver. When you're hot, your body knows to sweat. And that's something that was inborn into us from day one. Your nerve system is responsible for controlling and coordinating the function of all tissues, organs, and cells in the body. Interference or pressure on the nerve system decreases the ability of the body to heal and adapt itself. It decreases the body's ability to regulate itself properly. Imbalance between the brake and the gas, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. Difficulty sleeping, falling asleep at night, staying asleep at night, and of course the ever popular waking up groggy in the morning because you can't turn that gas pedal back on. We still got a little of that brake going.